No matter where you live in the country, sooner or later, the weather is going to affect and interrupt the power going to your home. Now, whether that offending storm is a hurricane or maybe one of those midwinter ice storms, doing without power for even a short amount of time can really affect your life a lot. We really rely on it to light up our homes, to heat and cool the homes, and to refrigerate and cook our food. That's why more and more people are looking for alternate sources and backup sources for power.
And many of them are choosing automatic standby generators to meet that need. These devices are installed outside a home and connected directly to its electrical system. Lots of people discovered what an advantage that can be in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina blacked out a good chunk of the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, Katrina did have an effect on my decision to have constant power. At that current time, I was not living here. It was before I built this house, and I lived in an area where one of my neighbors did have power, and I saw how they, through that whole scenario of a lot of lost power, that they maintain, comfort and lights and the whole scenario. So that was part of my decision making when I built a new house, that, I wanted to have that constant power source.
When power from the utility company is interrupted, a standby generator like this one from Generac automatically turns itself on and activates a transfer switch to shift the home's power load from the utility to the generator. That's not just a convenience, it's a safety issue too. The transfer keeps the generator from feeding current back into a utility grid that's still undergoing repairs. And because they're powered by natural gas or propane, you don't have to worry about stocking up on gasoline to keep feeding these things.
Unlike the power lines overhead, which you lose power quite often, the gas supply to the Generac is constant, and you're always supplied with a constant source of power.
But the big question is, how much of your home will they power?
Well, obviously the larger you get, the more they'll run, but the more expensive they are. Like I say, this one is connected to the entire house, so the homeowner really doesn't have to worry about shedding any loads or turning anything off. It's normal cycling of the air conditioners, and it runs everything. You can use smaller units to only run selected loads in a house. You just have to make sure, either if it's a new installation, a new house, it has to be wired to isolate the loads that it's sized for in a separate panel, or if it's an existing house that we're adding one to, we may have to do rewiring of the circuits to group them like we need them for the particular generator.